What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Double A Hef here with another dose of the Truth Scope. So as you can see, Mr. Dr. Umar Johnson is on the screen because we're doing another video about Mr. Dr. Umar Johnson. He's just been on the tear lately, and when he says this stuff, I gotta address it because again, I know that I know that Umar speaks to quote unquote the black community. That's the main demographic that he's talking to. I mean, that's also the main demographic that I'm talking to as well. But obviously, for the most part, people that watch and listen to Umar don't really watch and listen to me. So what I try to do is awaken a lot of these dudes, and not to the whole like, oh, you woke. No, not that, but basically, I don't even want to say enlighten. Just put you on the game, all right? And Umar is playing the game. He's playing a goddamn game, and I just got to expose it because again, he's like a shepherd to our people for whatever reason. So he's going to be talking about the Brittany Griner thing. If you don't know who Brittany Griner is, basically she is a WNBA player. She had a heck of a women's college career. And also, you could say the same about her WNBA career. When however much that means to you. I mean, I'm not really in the WNBA, but I can recognize, that she's great at that sport in her own regard. So, I'll give her that. Obviously, I'm not here to take anything away from the chick. That's not really what this video is about. But that's just a little back story on her. And then also why we're talking about her is because I'm not sure if you know this, but it really hasn't been getting that much news. But she has been arrested or like incarcerated. I'm not sure if she's actually been tried, so I could say incarcerated, but she's been detained at the very least in Russia for a few months now. And what happened was she was trying to board a plane to leave Russia because she was in Russia because she was playing basketball in the off season. And that's what a lot of WNBA players do in all season. They play a ball across the globe because they make a lot of money doing that because there's more demand for it there. All right. And that's a whole different story for a different day about the wage differences between NBA and WNBA. That's a whole different. I already did a video on that. So if y'all want to know what I think about that, go check out that video. I think it's titled something about the WNBA, right? So anyway, she had a weed pen or cartridge, whatever you want to call it, like the e-weed thing, whatever. And then she got caught with it. So they were like, whoa, that's against the law over here. So they detained her, and she's been detained ever since. So somebody's going to ask Umar the question. He's going to dive in. I'm going to pause the video here and there. That way I can explain this to you on a way that you should be interpreting it and not how Umar and others would like you to.
What do you think about the female basketball player being held in Russia? Well,
look at her. That's Brittany Griner right there, looking bugged out of her goddamn mind. Looking bugged out. And also, just some more context for the brothers that don't know. I'm sure most of y'all know. Brittany Griner is one of the LGBTQ plus. Like, oh yeah, I don't need men for shit. Some of y'all might remember back a couple years ago talking all that shit about men. Oh, I could beat DeMarcus Cousins. Oh, he's not better than me. This other basketball player's not better than me. Oh yeah, men ain't shit. Donald Trump ain't shit. Yada yada. The typical like LGBTQ talking points. Like, we don't need men, and basically, BLM, and we already know BLM is against quote unquote black men. And obviously, Brittany Griner's made that shit abundantly clear. So, she's not. I say all that to say that she's not for you, black man. She's not for you. If your black ass was over there right now, she would not be doing shit to get you the fuck out. All right, and you could count that. And again, I'm not saying that to be like spiteful. Like, oh, well, you shouldn't care about her. No, I'm just saying to let you know, so you understand. Now, if you want to care and all that stuff, that's up to you. Now, do I truly care whether she's over there or not? No. At the end of the day, look. Obviously, you thought you were above the rules. You thought you were beyond reproach. You could just go over there, do whatever you want to do, especially in a very critical time over there, which is just not smart. So basically, you did something dumb, and you need to be held accountable for your actions. Period. Same way as if I did the same thing over there, I need to be held accountable for my actions. So no, I don't care any type of way, about that. Regardless of her thoughts on quote unquote black men in particular.
it is. It's unfortunate. I read.
You
think about the female basketball player being held in Russia?
Well, I'll say this. It's unfortunate. I read that she might be detained until December. And of course, she is.
How's that unfortunate, though? I mean, think about it. She's over there. She committed a crime. You do the time. So I don't know what's unfortunate about it. Like, if she didn't have that on her, wasn't doing that, or trying to board a plane with it, she would have been back already. And even if you say till December, nigga, it's July. So she got 5 months left? And she's coming back home? Potentially unscathed? When they could, if they really wanted to, they could do whatever the hell they want. You know what I'm saying? They could do whatever the hell they want with her.
In a same-sex relationship, but I support my sister, so as a black woman, I stand for her immediate return back home. What they're doing to her is wrong. The United States government could definitely get her back if they really wanted to. They don't care.
Yeah, you're right. They could get her back if they really wanted to. And the fact that they haven't tells you, and should tell you all that they don't care. And what Umar is about to say is incorrect.
They are showing how much they value black life. That woman has no right to still be in that country after all of this time.
Well, again, so why I just said what he said is incorrect is because it is incorrect. Because, again, if that was LeBron James, he's black, guarantee you he would have been back over here, right? When LeVar Ball's son and those two UCLA players got locked up in China for stealing, and China don't play that, they all three got brought back, right? So what you're saying doesn't add up, Umar, because we have history, we have historical context that literally goes against what you just said. So no, if you ask me, hey, yo, Dub, AAF, what do you think is the reason why she's still over there? The reason why she's still over there is because she's a quote unquote bull dyke lesbian who has been man hating her whole damn life and shitting on this country. This country sucks. I got to go to Russia. I got to go to Italy to play basketball. This country terrible. Shitting on the country, shitting on men, shitting on all that stuff, yada yada yada. And now that you're in the bind, you're actually like looking for the people that you were shitting on to come and bail you out. So no, ain't no man gonna jump to the rescue in that situation. Number one, and number two, you don't appeal to men. If that was fucking Scarlett Johansson, she would have been back day number one. You know what I'm saying? If that was Amber Heard, who most people never heard of until the whole Johnny Depp thing, she would have been back day one too. Wanna know why? Because they're heterosexual, good-looking women, right? So, but when you're a bull dyke lesbian, you don't appeal to heterosexual men because literally we're your enemy. One, two, you don't appeal to heterosexual women because they're not attracted to a bull dyke. Gay dudes you don't appeal to them because there's nothing going on there either. So you only appeal to a very small group, and unfortunately for you, that group doesn't have much say. Although contrary to what we're seeing in this country, because obviously everything that's going on is like, we're catering to this group. But as you see right now with this chick, where's the LGBTQ plus community getting her out? They're not, because again, they're not even unified in their own. And again, give it a couple months, maybe a year or two, and you'll see that shit start to unravel. It's just getting too. It's becoming too much, and you'll see it's about to start to unravel. All right, it's not going to be a coalition anymore. It's going to mark my words. It's going to unravel. So again, like, who's really going to be out there champion for a goddamn Brittany Griner to come back or get back home? Now, again, as an American citizen, would it be nice if she came back unscathed? Yeah, because again, I think that if say they kill her over there, we can't allow that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Whether she hates this country or not, she said, we can't just allow American citizens to be executed over in Russia. Period. Like, no. I don't care if it's her, LeBron James, or me. Like, no. That's a terrible precedent that you can't allow to be set. So, obviously, from that regard, no. She should, ultimately come back unscathed. Am I against her, again, spending some time in jail, whatever? Not at all. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully she comes back with a greater understanding of what the fuck freedom is. You know, a lot of y'all niggas like, oh, we ain't free, we ain't free, we ain't free. But y'all niggas ain't going nowhere. I don't see none of y'all niggas buying no boats, chartering no planes, trying to go nowhere to do nothing. Y'all not doing shit besides talking shit. All y'all niggas just like this nigga Umar. Oh, I'm a revolutionary. Start the revolution then, nigga. Throw the first rock. All right? Pop the first shot, nigga. Do something. All right? Because y'all niggas out here talking all this oorah shit and ain't doing shit, nigga. Oh, we ain't free, we ain't free. No, nigga, you ain't free. All right? You ain't free. Because you's a punk ass nigga that got no free thought of your goddamn own. And you're limited because you allow the liberal quote unquote black woman and the liberal quote unquote Caucasian woman and liberal Jew to tell you, oh, no, man, you're a victim and what happened to your, maybe happened to your relatives because we don't know. We're just looking at your skin color and saying, oh, he's a black man, or we're going to call him African American and just assume that, hey, he was directly impacted and his family was at some point slaves. That's how they see you, nigga, as a slave. And again, that's why you probably don't think that you're free because you actually are a slave today. You are a slave, but don't talk about me as being a slave. You're a slave. You're a mental slave. Your brain is handicapped. You are capped. You're limited. And I know I'm going in right now, but you gotta understand something. I have no patience for brothers like that at all. At all. You want to limit yourself, nigga? That's fine. Do that. Limit your fucking self. Don't tell these other brothers out there the same bullshit you on. Just because you don't got no solutions. Just because you're afraid to use your brain. Nah. Keep that poison to your fucking self. Keep that to yourself. And leave it up to me to help steer brothers the right way. All right? Through knowledge and understanding. Not through fear. All right?
They're showing us that they don't care. And I find it very interesting, Bobby David, and I've brought this up on your show before during past conversations that we have had. And that is simply this. Where are all of the black feminist organizations? And where are all of the white feminist organizations?
Well, we already know the white feminists ain't going to be there. Why? Because Brittany Griner is not white, quote unquote. And the black feminist movement ain't going to be there on the one because the whole black feminist movement isn't totally on board with the LGBTQ movement. Again, like there's friction, there's factions. All right? They can understand that. So they're not there. They're not going to be there. Because again, when you live your whole life like isolating yourself, like, oh, I don't need this, I don't need that, and I'm my own God, because obviously Brittany Griner is a Luciferian, allegedly, but you know, it is what it is. You're gonna find yourself in precarious situations like this, you know, where you have no one to rely on because you literally isolated yourself from everyone else.
Black women are mistreated, oppressed, and when their human rights are violated. I never see black or white feminist organizations come forward with things such as this. She should not be over there. And the feminist organization should be going crazy. They should be protesting, okay? They should be picketing, boycotting. You don't see no unrest from the black feminist about her situation. Watch drumming tutorials from the black feminist about her situation. Just like you saw no unrest from the black or white feminist about Breonna Taylor or Sandra Bland or the black girl who was beat up by the police or the black sister who was shot and murdered by the police for trying to stab a girl with a butter knife.
Well, there's reasons for that too. Because again, the feminists only care about issues as it pertains to quote unquote black and white men. That's when they harp on things and try to use it, manipulate it for their own agenda. That's why. Because again, those movements have agendas. All right? They have agendas. I'd like to say hidden agendas, but at this point it's not hidden. And if you don't know that, then you're just not understanding it. You're not walking around with your eyes open. You don't see what's going on. The wool's being literally pulled over your eyes.
You never see these feminist groups come to the aid of black women. You never see them do that. But when R. Kelly got sentenced to 30 years the other day, they was all over the internet. They was all on the street. They was throwing parties and celebrations and everything about R. Kelly's conviction. But what about when black women are offended again? Well,
it's funny you brought that R. Kelly thing up because I just said that only when quote unquote black men or white men. It's something to do with them that they come out and they say something because they use that to further their agenda. So of course, yes, Brittany Griner's locked up. No one really cares because they know if they talk about it, it's a nothing burger. Because no one cares about Brittany Griner because she's literally isolated herself from all these other demographics. Okay, it's going to be a waste for them to even talk about it. And then when they show pictures of her, they're going to see a freaking 6'9" bull dyke covered in tattoos with dreadlocks, thinking she's a man, and people aren't going to be, open to that discussion. Like, whoa, hold on, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm a man and I have a wife and we have a family, we have a son and we have a daughter, and you know what? I can't really get behind champion bringing a quote unquote woman back to America that looks like that and stands for things that she stands for. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they'll say. And hey, I get it. Shit. That woman is against everything that you're for. And when she was here, she was saying it. So again, am I saying that, again, she should be murdered or hurt or something like that? No, not at all. What I'm saying is, hey, you got caught with some contraband in a different country, then you know what? You got to deal with the repercussions. Period. Oh, if this was LeBron James, when we happen to LeBron James, well, you know what? You're not LeBron James. First and foremost, LeBron James is a man. You're a quote-unquote woman. And that's, I'm not even sure if you're a woman or not. Allegedly you're a goddamn woman. You look like a man. But, and you sound like a man too. Her voice damn near deeper than mine. But, I digress. So, also going into that whole dichotomy between her and LeBron James is a billionaire. All right? If LeBron James went to the goddamn... Let's think of a team in obscurity in the NBA. If LeBron James went to the goddamn Charlotte Hornets, that team would blow. That whole city, literally, the economy just got a huge lift because LeBron James went there. LeBron James is a force. A force. You understand that? Brittany Griner is nothing. And I'm not saying that to degrade her as a human being, because obviously, we're all human, but no, in the grand scheme of things, you can't compare her to LeBron James. And anyone that tries to doesn't know anything about economy, doesn't know anything about reality or what life is. Okay? A woman shouldn't be out there, playing sports, making a living. That's not it. That's not it. And again, that's why a lot of them don't find happiness and they're fucking depressed and batshit for goddamn crazy. But again, you cannot compare her to LeBron James, which I've seen people do. I know Umar hasn't brought that up, but I've seen people do it, and it's just like, come on, man, come on. If LeBron James is in Russia, LeBron James literally just helped Russia's economy. Period. So Russia probably would want to keep him not in jail, but like keep him as a goddamn celebrity and make him coach the goddamn Russian basketball team, if not be the player coach on the Russian basketball team to try to win some damn medals. So let's just be real here, okay? There's a huge difference. And ultimately, I say this all the time, we are not the same. Nothing in the world is equal. Nothing's equal. Nothing is equal. Equal is an ideology, okay? Just like this whole like communist thing, socialist thing. That's an ideology. Basically, someone thought about it on paper and was like, oh my God, like, hey, you put this here, put this here, put this here. And on paper, it all is great. But in reality, it doesn't work out that way. Why? Because we're human. We're not robots. All right? And you can't account for human free will, human free thought. All right? You can't account for human degeneracy. You can't account for human sin. You can't account for these things. All right? Because they happen. So, there's no comparison there.
Are these black and white feminist organizations, these so-called movements, when black women need them? They're never around. Brittany Griner, and she's LGBTQ. Where are the LGBTQ organizations fighting for this sister?
I already told you, bro. The LGBTQ organizations, they're not organizations because they're not organized. They're not organized. If they were, then you would see them out there. But again, they don't. There's no interest between them. There's no interest between them. First and foremost, they're already a small demographic as it is, right? Then again, like I said, you got gay women, but not all gay women want a bull dyke dude. All right, and a lot of those gays aren't even gay; they're bi. That's why when they break up with the bull dyke, they wind up getting back with a man. All right, so I'm sure we all have seen that at some point in our life. So, like, it is what it is, man. That Brittany Griner does not do it, for lack of better terms, for these other groups. Because if she did, they would be doing something for her.
Be brought back to the United States. You don't see them because, as I've told you before, Barbara David, and I've told others, are nothing more than new faces worn by white supremacy. They are masks of white supremacy.
Also, keep in mind, though, y'all. Keep in mind this. Keep this in mind, right? Umar is basically saying, oh, who are the groups to help her? This black sister, yada, yada, yada. This black sister helped the sister, but all this shit, right? All this shit. You didn't hear him say, you know what? I started a new GoFundMe or PayPal for Brittany Griner because none of these groups want to help her. I'm gonna help her. You know what I'm saying? So hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. Brittany Griner, come home. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck he calls it, right? You don't hear him say none of that. So yet this nigga's out here champion for this chick to come back that don't give a fuck about this nigga. If he was over there, she wouldn't give a fuck. She would not give a rat's ass. Because why? Because you are the enemy to her, nigga. That's why. Because you're a man and she not. She wants to be you. All right? So if roles were reversed, she wouldn't give a fuck about you, and she damn sure wouldn't be trying to get you to come back home. But yet, Umar's saying all this, right? Like as if he cares if she comes home or not. But the nigga isn't doing anything to do that. Did he say, oh, and that's why I donated to the GoFundMe page to get her back, or that's why I created the GoFundMe page? No, he didn't. So again, you have to ask yourself, people, then why is he saying this then? Why is he saying what he's saying then if he's not doing anything about it? He's not offering any solutions, then why is he speaking on it? What is the purpose of this? The purpose is Umar is just using this as another opportunity to cater to quote unquote black women, because that's his base, right? Because he's a simp. And he knows that he doesn't have to do anything because the black women aren't really going to press him on that. As long as he pays his lip service or his weekly tide to the all knowing mother goddess, which is the quote unquote black woman, then he's spared. He's spared.
They are only there to give the white power structure another strategy and another name through which they can destroy black men and women. That's it. You never see them come to our aid. They're only there when it's time to tear us down.
But they always want you to join their ranks. Whenever they do it, they say, come on, we have the same issues, is what they'll tell us. And then they say, come on, join our ranks.
Never see them. You never see them when black women are offended against. You don't even see them when black LGBTQs are offended against.
That's what I'm saying.
But black folks are the first ones in the pride parade. We're the first ones in line marching in the damn pride parade. As soon as you get beat up by the police, when you lose your job, when you call the N-word, you don't see none of them white gays showing up to help no black gays. They don't give a damn if you're gay, feminist. They don't care. It has nothing to do with your political persuasion. These Negroes think because I'm gay, I get a pass. No, you don't. I'm feminist. I get a pass. No, you don't. I have a PhD. I get a pass. No, you don't.
And it's so strange that all these years we've been going through this and they still don't seem to want to accept that they're going to not be accepted.
Because, Bobby David, it's the psychological Holocaust. The psychological Holocaust has black people in a state of mental arrest, okay, and where we can't even evaluate our circumstances in a productive manner. It's one thing to say we can't solve the problem. We won't organize to solve the problem. We won't use our money to finance our liberation, which makes us unique amongst every human group and every ethnic group in this country. Every group in this country is organized. Every group in this country uses their money to benefit their political system.
All right, so basically, for the past minute, I guess, Umar's been hitting on some topics. Like he's been hitting. I give him that. Yeah, obviously, the quote unquote blacks and these subcategories, if you want to call it, the gays and all those other stuff. Like, oh, I'm a feminist and I'm protected by that group. And ultimately, no, they don't really care about you. They just care about you when they can benefit from your numbers. That's it. But again, I think that's something that most people understand. But either way, like I said, Umar was hitting on that, and right now he's hitting on the whole. Hold on, what did you say?
Situation. Every group in this country has an identity.
Yeah, basically how other groups in this country, they come and they make money and they get loans and they get to do this stuff and then we don't. But again, Umar, but you don't really offer any solutions. I mean, it's great to point things out, but you know what? Years ago when I was in college, I worked at a restaurant, right? And there was this one server chick. I'm not gonna name any names, but there's one chick. She would always point out issues, right? Which again, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's good that someone's bringing attention to things that need attention. But what I noticed was that as she's bringing attention to these things, she's walking right by it. So yeah, I'll be loud. I'll say these things, and yeah, it's true. But then at some point, it's like, oh, but when are you gonna stop walking by it? Because ultimately, I'm just gonna get tired of hearing you say it because. You're saying it for what, though? Because it doesn't bother you enough to do anything about it. So if it doesn't bother you enough to do anything about it, then why are you saying something about it? I'd rather you not say anything. And just leave it up for everyone else, which you're doing anyway, to take care of it. You get what I'm saying? So, one day I said this to this chick. I said it to her. I said, listen, how about you address the issue? Oh, well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And I said, but every time, like every single time you say it, I always watch you. You're just walking by. And again, I'm not here to, begrudge you or, try to put you down or put what you're doing down. Because again, that's a necessity, you know what I'm saying? If other people aren't seeing it, they should be made aware of these things, More people should have the eye that you do to these things, right? I think we all could agree on that. However, if you're never going to be the one to actually address it, then how much does it actually matter to you? Or are you just trying to get people to do things that you don't want to do yourself, but you'll just speak about it like you do? So again, that's where I put Umar. Umar doesn't, again, he doesn't really have solutions. And if he really did, and it really was about stuff, he'd have the school popping. The school would have been open by now, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I mean, this nigga's probably using COVID as the biggest fucking layaway ever. Like, oh shit, COVID happened. That's why, I still don't get the school up and running. And the other day I saw a video he was talking about, the dude that was supposed to do the HVAC or the plumbing or whatever, we agreed on an amount and then he said that he's gonna need more to do the job, whatever, so I'm gonna get a lawyer to handle him or whatever. Omar, I just don't believe you, dude. I don't believe you. And you know what the issue is ultimately with that is that it's either A, you're not doing your due diligence and getting people to actually do the job because you really don't, you're not business savvy, one, or you just don't really give a fuck about it, which leads me to my next point. You don't really care about it getting done and you're just lying anyway. But the problem is if you're lying, you keep saying, oh, I got this black plumber, this black HVAC person, and this nigga is a coon and this and coon and that and that, and all you're doing is perpetuating this terrible fucking narrative that our quote unquote black professionals, our black handymen are inept, and I just don't believe that. You keep running into one fucking inept handyman, for lack of better terms, over and over and over again? No, that's not happening no more. You and I both know that. And any nigga with a brain knows that. But unfortunately, like I said, his main base is the quote-unquote liberal black woman. You know what I'm saying? And some people might be thinking, liberal black woman? He's more of a conservative. No, he's not. Umar Johnson is a quote-unquote liberal Negro. That's what he is. And he'll talk all this fucking conservative shit like, oh, yeah, I like my woman to be like this and all that. But then, no. Y'all got to see through this shit. Because if not, y'all just going to get pimped out just like the quote-unquote black liberal women that has got pimped out already. All right? And again, I'm not trying to, denigrate Umar. I'm just calling it what it is. If he has a problem with it, then he has two options. First being, he could look at the mirror and say, you know what, this brother's right. Either I'm going to do this or I'm not going to do it. Because at the end of the day, as a man, it's what you do / what you did, or what you don't do / what the hell you didn't do. All right, that's how you're judged. All right, So, and Umar, the school nigga. Yeah, right. And then the second thing he could do is, if he wants, he can address me as a man and say, "Whoa, hold on, man. Like, I think what you're saying is off base, because I do this and this and this and this." And then we can have that conversation, and that doesn't have to be public. We could do that privately. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to have it public, by all means, nigga, shit. I don't give a fuck. We can have that conversation public. It is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I stand by what I'm saying because I'm watching. I'm seeing, and again, I've seen. Those that come before you, I know how the games are played. All right, like, it don't take you that long to get to school. Oh, but this is an all-black funded school. Whoa. Look, at the end of the day, dude, listen to this, and I'll end with this. If y'all, if you're trying to start a business, right, and it takes you 15, and obviously Umar hasn't taken him 15 years. It hasn't been that long yet, right? Almost, but it hasn't been that long yet. But let's just say it takes you 15 years, right, to get the money. You just got the money to, like, actually get it going. What that means is you don't have the money to actually really run it if you just got the money to get it going. Like, this nigga apparently don't have the money for the HVAC yet. Apparently don't have the money for all this other stuff that he's been talking about for years already. It's been over a year, still HVAC, still plumbing, still this and still that. So obviously you don't have a surplus of money. Because if you were to make the case that, no, I have enough money, I can get it going and sustain it for like a couple, yada yada. Once we start to get the tuitions coming in, that's really what's going to help, and also the sponsors from these parents and stuff like that, from all different programs and from fundraisers that we're going to be holding. Yeah, that's different. But again, if you could barely get the necessities with the money that you've been raising all this damn time, that tells me that once you do finally get that stuff going, you're not going to have enough money to open the damn doors anyway. Because again, also, to open up a school, you got to have insurance too. I never hear him talking about insurance. Because you got to get that shit insured. So again, the whole school's a nothing burger. And if y'all can't understand that, then y'all, hey man, keep sending him your money then. But again, and briefly put, if you barely have the money to get the necessities going, once you do get that shit going, you're not going to have money to run the school, because you're still going to need students in that motherfucker. You're still going to have tuition, all that stuff. So if anything ever happens, like say you get the school running, but then shit, this broke down or that broke down, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or the kids fucking flooded the damn toilets because kids do kid shit. Kids breaking windows and shit like that. Kids, smoking cigarettes in the bathroom, fire started, whatever the case may be. You don't have the money to overcome that. So basically, what I'm saying is, if it's taking you 15 years to barely get where you need to be just to open the goddamn door, then that means you need to scrap the idea. You need to scrap the idea, because you're never going to be able to get to that point unless this nigga hits the lottery. And even if he hits the lottery, I highly doubt that Umar is going to go take some of that money and put it in the FDMG and open it up. Highly doubt it. If Umar hits the lottery, that's going to be the last you ever heard of Umar. And I don't mean literally the last you heard, because obviously he's the type of dude, he loves being in front of the camera. So he's gonna, be talking this and talking that. Oh yeah, I'm taking the Mecca, not the Mecca. He probably won't say Mecca, but I'm going over to Africa, the motherland, and I'm gonna be over here, and I'm doing this, and I'm reconnecting with our brothers and sisters over there. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you that and make you think he's over there for 6 years. Mind you, the nigga done been back already and shit like that, just moving low key. But again, that's all that stuff I'm saying is alleged, but I'm just trying to illustrate like a picture there. So, this video is going on a little bit too long, but do me a favor, please. If you made it this far, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think about what I said in the comments below. Again, please like, share, subscribe. It really does a lot for the channel and helps it grow. If y'all want me to talk on certain things, please let me know. Drop it in the comments, and I'll address it. And if not, I look forward to seeing y'all next time. Be well. Peace.